Freedom of speech in the UK has been under attack for the past 3 years. But today, I declare it officially dead within Parliament, which should be the home of democracy, with our very own elected MPs officially sanctioned for justified verbal attacks on the Privileges Committee as a kangaroo court engaging in a politically motivated witch hunt against Boris Johnson. Now, what doesn't seem to matter is that the Privileges Committee has proven to be a kangaroo court engaging in a witch hunt against Boris Johnson. Indeed, look at the MPs and peers censured today by Harriet Harman's deranged committee. All happen to be staunch allies of the former PM who was elected in a 2019 landslide, only to be forced out in a craven anti-democratic coup. So I'll show you them now. They include Nadine Dorries, my brilliant colleague Jacob Rees-Mogg, Michael Fabricant, Andrea Jenkins, Priti Patel and Lord Cruddas. All those brilliant folk could be facing a potential suspension from Parliament designed to ruin their careers next month. And what was their heinous crime? This.
How can a handful of members of Parliament and a committee, really be that objective in light of some of the individual comments that have been made? The lack of transparency, the lack of accountability. I think there is a culture of collusion, quite frankly.
Privileges Committee is not even a proper legal setup. It has a gossamer of constitutional propriety thrown over it, but it is in fact a political committee against Boris Johnson, who had a mandate.
They changed the rules, lowered the bar and inserted the vague term reckless into the terms of reference. Boris Johnson will be found guilty by this kangaroo court. There is no doubt about that.
And he was. So those folk are about to be sanctioned for speaking the truth. Former Cabinet Minister Simon Clarke got it right today by warning.
Today's report has the potential to have a chilling effect on free speech in Parliament, and as MPs I believe we're accountable to the public who we serve. I don't believe we're accountable to each other.
This is all just a game for the political establishment and the MSM. Indeed, the ultimate inside Westminster news source, Politico, tonight declared of the sick attack on free speech, "There's more fun to come." This is only fun if you believe in a North Korean, Russian or Chinese political system where opponents of the government's official narrative are crushed. Remember, there were a host of totally legitimate reasons to attack the Privileges Committee, from Chairman Harriet Harman declaring Boris to be a liar before she began her investigation, to Bernard Jenkins breaking lockdown rules himself, to the politically motivated length of the suspension recommended, which was specifically designed to be able to drive Boris from Parliament, a goal they achieved spectacularly. Now they're trying to drive out Lord Cruddas, the man behind the brilliant Conservative Democratic organisation designed to save the party. With one fellow Conservative Lord raging tonight, I absolutely think he should be held to account for his views. So that's where we're at in Britain in 2023. You hold views that question the official narrative and you should be driven out of your role. I'm sorry. Whether or not you support Boris Johnson, this is utterly chilling. And anyone who believes in free speech must stand against this disgusting overreach from, I repeat, and I'm proud to do so, a kangaroo court.